got my man Big Mike from NWO Podcast. You know we brought in Bacardi from Geekset, obviously.
What's going on, everybody?
The first thing we will be watching is Blood Sea. If you haven't heard of Blood Sea, you could watch along with us. This is the first time all three of us have watched it. General synopsis of the show, Blood Sea seems to be a demon hunting anime where Saya, the main character, she's a well-liked schoolgirl, but at night she hunts demons. So we're gonna go ahead and jump in, watch the first few episodes.
I just want to say that when we saw, the reason we're watching this.
I was gonna talk about that when we got into while we got into the episode, but we can go ahead and talk about that now. The reason we watched it is it's a horror anime, and when this episode drops, it will be October, Horror Month. I think my favorite time of the year. I'm not sure about you guys.
Mine too.
Definitely my birthday month, bro.
I mean, that's fair. That's fair. But I
want to go time of the year.
I mean, my birthday in July. And clearly, I'm not saying July my favorite month of the year. So
Yeah, definitely nothing. Nothing good in July on top of October.
I mean, July might as well, but that's fair. Well, that's another conversation. So yeah, but sit along with us. If you haven't watched it, like I said, we're gonna watch the first couple of episodes, and afterwards we'll get into our review.
Whoa.
Right. Hey,
Like 10 minutes still.
Order the fucking restaurant.
You got 10 minutes still. Take your time. You too happy, bro. You too happy, bro.
But I feel like that'll just be too on the nose. Like she just happy, and it just something has to change it.
It don't have to be what happened to her. I need to hear somebody say, "Help!" And that's it, nigga. Like, why they give her so much hair, dog? It's like she got bundles, man. Compared to the class, dog, they all got like, let me see your magic, cuz. If she got
Her shit sharp, dog.
She got bundles, though, girl. She can hoop, though.
Watched the first two episodes of Blood Sea. I guess we'll dive right in. First initial thoughts.
I guess my initial thought it came on very cheery.
Very cheery. That was very happy for a horror. And I'm really not getting the horror in it, to be honest.
Right now it's really giving me this kind of really like, I guess what you're saying the premise gives you, like she's a modern day.
Yeah, like a demon slayer.
Student who just goes home and I felt like I need to kill a monster.
Yeah.
So
I feel like slowly but surely they're gonna start adding the horror aspect. I think they want us to buy into her being a student and clumsy and shit.
Yeah.
But she clumsy. She really gets super clumsy.
She got real game though.
Right. That's what I'm saying. The dog, man, she was balling, dog. She hit him with the step. Oh, it was right.
The first episode, the fact that she did, like, that's what I'm saying. We got over far twice. Yeah, all you kind of do, you immediately like, oh, this
she comes, she
wild. Yeah,
and
she
then
all over
out of nowhere, she hit dude with the crossover.
Right, they made it the first thing, like, she was like, hit her with the left, like, dude, like, she did the hook from like half. They showed that more like it was net too, like net, dog, like. So it's like that was wild to see that, because it was like, well, hold on, how can you hoop this code? Like, how you cross the nigga and you like so clumsy?
Yeah, I mean, I feel like it's a lot of work building, man. But it sucks because I don't know, because it's only 12 episodes, did they not get a chance to tell this story?
Right.
Or is it like, this is just what it was?
Yeah, because I feel like what we're getting, because we don't have a catastrophe yet. Like that's what I said I was waiting to hear, like waiting to hopefully get it within the first two episodes, that you at least get some kind of like glimpse of what's really what it is. All they really kind of, like I said, all they really gave you was her modern day life. Yeah. And like I said, for me, I feel like that is either going to dive into a realm where her friends, because they are showing a lot of her friends, whether her friends get attacked by like demons or whatever, or just in general, they become aware of who she really is, and they kind of be like that whole clique of like, well, we'll help you do this or whatever, like while they fight, you know what I'm saying? Like, where she kind of has her own little like crew of people, but I still feel like Pop's gonna die.
I mean, I think so too, but I mean, her mom already died. We know that inciting incident that her mom died.
Right. And it sounded like she might have died
fighting
demon slaying.
Yeah. So maybe that's the thing that pushes it is now she's like, okay, she ran against the demon that killed her mom.
So I wonder if that's why we didn't get no training, because it's damn like in her blood. Like that's what blood see me like that.
But I mean, that's what I'm saying. But she's like, to me, even from what they showed from the intro and how she was fighting, she ain't did none of that yet.
Right.
Like she like scrappy fighting to me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
I was saying, it seems like when her eyes turn red, that's her basically. She's like, all right, shit, gotta get
like
rid.
a showering gun. Because as soon as she take an L, and as soon as the motherfucker wants something they about to win, her eyes red. They're like, nope, nigga.
Yeah,
it's like her ultra instinct.
Yeah,
that's her. It's weird. I mean,
I'm excited though. I'm excited to see where it's taking us in these.
Yeah, I definitely feel like it's gonna be. I need some real violence. Like,
yeah.
Preview the thing I saw. I know violence got to be coming somewhere, and that's why I said I feel like because the previews I've seen of it in the trailers or what you want to call it, clips of it. Like they've shown them demons or whatever literally just attacking him. Like we haven't seen an attack on nobody yet.
Right.
No, yeah, it's always been she's going out to seek them.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I don't know. Maybe that's what the next episode's gonna bring. You know, the next episode, it said that the family secret was unveiled.
Right.
We didn't get. Did we get her last name? I know her name's Saya.
It's Kirasaki.
Well, that was her family's
okay. Yeah.
So that's gonna be something that's interesting.
Yeah. So I mean that's what like I hate to have a 12 episode show you don't get the.
You feel like now.
They go Night King or shit.
Yeah, like you know what I'm saying? You pretty much like gave us filler for the first 2 episodes.
Yeah, now you feel like you should be at least, if it's 12 episodes, because I'm not positive, but I know usually the way that when they order like these series, they always go, all right, we're gonna give you a season run. You know up front that okay, my one season run is gonna be 10, 12, 15 episodes.
Right.
So it's like you would have thought that they would have been like, okay, well let's at least, we don't know for sure if we're gonna get a second season. Clearly from what we've seen they didn't.
Right.
You'd have thought that they would have been like, okay, well let's get this story told at least as much as we can during these 12 episodes.
I wonder if there's any. I want the manga far like going like if there was a manga for it, if that went farther.
You would think so. I know.
We'll have to look into that.
Yeah, I definitely want to look into that because I mean, I feel like I'm worried now that we're going to get that cliffhanger, and especially if the manga's still ongoing.
Right.
Because then it's like, okay, they had no chance of knowing what it was gonna be. I like the artwork of it though, like the
style.
The style of it.
Yeah, being from 2011, like you can, it still look very up to date.
Yeah,
smoother.
It does. I mean, you don't get that. I know, like sometimes you watch anime that's from like early 2000s, especially like the 90s. You can tell it has like that dated feel. If somebody would have said, "Well, this is an anime from 2018, 2019,"
yeah,
I don't think I would have been.
The Gami La Kill kind of anime vibe.
Yeah.
That's really what it kind of gives me. Like, and I know that even with her outfit, like I'm saying, like her actual like Demon Slayer outfit really kind of like falls into that realm too. Like that her and what's the other fucking anime? I can't think of the anime with the dress that talked to her. Or the dress outfit.
Kill la Kill.
Kill la Kill. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
That's the kind of outfit.
Where her outfit talked to her.
Yeah. So like I feel like the overall vibe and animation of it kind of falls to like a Gami La Kill, a Gami, whatever I forget the full name, but the Gami La Kill artwork.
Yeah.
So like I think that's gonna be like I think the horror aspect that we're trying to get out of it, that we're looking for, is like it seems like it's gonna end up being very gory.
Yeah.
Like I said, we're not, like I said, we haven't seen a death yet. Like even her. And that's what I'm thinking. That's why I said I think that's what we kind of anticipating for, because like her happy-go-lucky and like
you want to see her down on her luck. Like
well, not even that, but like the fact that they even how her friends always ask her like, "What stopped you today? What did this today?" Like I think it's gonna finally be that. Like I said, like that.
Oh, just seeing some friends get killed or something.
That help. Where it's like, cause they've been on help, ain't nothing going on. They did give us a lot of tidbits. Like the village is empty. pretty much everything abandoned. So that is one of everything. So it's really sounding like that school. How many people are in there? It's really about the population, honestly.
It seems like it. And I think the dark-haired dude, I think he definitely has something more with the story.
Yeah.
Because he's too mysterious, and usually
I feel like he's gonna end up being a Slayer.
Either that or like Bacardi was saying during the episode, he could fuck around and be the one of the demons.
Yeah. He could be one of some, or just like somebody who do. Because I mean, the demon that she fought, the second episode, the first demon got away.
Right.
No, he did kill her. He did.
No, yeah, she cut her face in half.
So you know it ain't him. But I feel like it's definitely like the way he like saw that she had a scar, like hope it heals. It's like he either knows what she does, like kind of thing, because it's like. Or they could be he could have still gave her the same comment because she clumsy. Like probably just
that is true. But I think that's the mystery aspect of it. It seems like everybody knows that she's clumsy, and so they're like, okay, so if somebody does know what she actually does at night, then it's like, okay, I can feel free to say this because I'm not giving my hand away. I'm not tipping anything because she probably thinks I'm just asking about that. Because like we don't know why is she the one that's killing me. Like I know her father said like only the sacred sword can kill them, but it's like is there only one sacred sword? How did her family become the ones that hold the sacred sword?
Right. It might be more shrines. It might be. That's why I said like I agree with Mike. Dude might be another Slayer too. Like he might become another shrine or whatever that. Because he always running late. It's like I'm sorry. Like he probably just
he does.
He probably just came in from work. Like I'm sorry, man.
Yeah, like that could just be like a byproduct of being a Slayer. Like now because you're so ultra vigilant of everything, it's like okay, shit. I'm always sidetracked.
Right. Because I mean that really plays on both of them too. Because she's always for the two episodes we watched. She's trying to not be late.
Right.
Like however her day goes tonight, she literally gets like late. But dude always late.
He could be more established.
Don't even say that. Like see, look at him like you just gonna be late.
He could be more established at this one. Look, this life now.
I wouldn't be surprised at how she stops so much on her way to school. Is that one of her stops is him fighting a demon.
That would be a good to advance everything.
But she fights one, and then he comes along and sees it, and you know what I'm saying?
But I definitely think the real, like, when it really kicks off is going to be on a path of her, like, either hearing a help, or she's going to run into something. That's why I said, like, a lot of them Pops, because, like, they've already twice gave us her getting home, and Pops, like, the first time is what she was like, she was already there.
Yeah.
So he was like, okay. But in that second time, he do the music.
It seemed like it was over.
That nigga in the back corner, like, everybody, we all in the team, like, oh, this nigga dead. He in the back corner, hey, come over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like, they play, like, it's feel like you can ask those questions or kind of, like, pay attention to those kind of things. Because a lot of the stuff is really obvious. Like, I feel like the talking and what they putting out into the thing, like how she so much loves her friends, how she said I want to protect everybody, like, those are all, like, the messages of like catastrophe is going to hit you. You know what I'm saying? Like, so that's why I said it feels like somebody's going to die very vital. What they're showing so far.
I think it's either going to be her dad or maybe even the shop owner. Because she's super close to the cafe owner too.
Like I would have given the shop owner. That's another one. Only because she did the same thing with this episode. Like happy while everybody liking his food. Like she's really care about everybody. And that's and even like I said, like the statement that she wanted, like even how it ended on the episode too. Where it's like protect, like she really wants to protect everybody. So it's like, I think even with them saying like, I think what we're not catching is how they're talking about the village is abandoned and all like there's not really much people there because they're getting attacked.
I was saying that question of why is this village like that? Like obviously there are small towns, but it's like in this aspect, what's causing? We don't know why the demons there. There's right now there's so many questions.
Because it could have been a time span, but we don't get. That's what I'm saying. But we don't. It could have been like her mother died a long time ago, and then let the demons run free because with nobody to slay them. So that's why the population got. Now she's old enough.
True.
Trying to catch
finally catch up and fight. Because it's like it could have been like depending how long her mother died. It's like no one's here to protect the village. So
right. I mean, we don't know if her mother trained. Like maybe that's why we don't see any training. Her mother was the one that trained her.
They're like some Iron Fist shit. What's that path they gotta protect? I forgot the name of the path.
You're talking about the Iron Fist.
Where it's like that is like okay, the main Slayer gone, so now these motherfuckers running rampant until the next motherfucker
till somebody
send them back to where they're supposed to go. Y'all think we go see that in the Yasha Fox again?
Yeah, I think the dog.
I think the dog has something to.
Because I mean, even like the fact she said that, like it has
strange mark. And I mean,
what if the foxes wanted to do?
That'd be interesting. Like, what if it?
Like
it's one of the things.
What if dude has been sitting in front of that gate? Dude has been running late, trying to get her to come in here. And she like, I can't do it.
Right.
Yeah, so then he come in late like
this motherfucker. I know she called it a dog, but it goes to the thing we were talking about the Lovecraft episode on the Geekset episode with the fox spirit and how the fox spirit shapeshifts.
Yeah.
So I know typically they say shapeshifts into a female, but that's an interesting premise to flip it.
I mean, it would make sense to flip it because our protagonist is a woman.
Yeah.
So it would
make sense to make that one a man.
So that would be something that's interesting, and I guess it leads me to how do you think it's comparing to some of the other horror animes that we've seen so far? Like at least from what we got, because obviously.
I mean,
when they get to the actual.
Yeah, it ain't
all the horror I see, they get to the actual horror.
Like I wouldn't. I'm right now. I'm still kind of putting it more as like supernatural.
I'm calling it suspense so far.
I mean, there's a monster in it, so it's definitely it's like supernatural.
I mean, fair, yeah. I guess that's a given.
Like,
because you're wanting to see the horror aspect of it, so you just hopefully something drastic or something crazy happens. So it's like I can.
But I mean, yeah, but like a horror to me honestly doesn't really fall. It does fall into Demon Slaying and all these kind of animes. But I consider something hard when the deaths are just outrageous.
But I mean, that's more just gore. I guess with that, I would call it more gore because I mean, you've seen the Junji Ito collection, right?
Yeah.
A lot of those, they weren't extra gory. Like
right, no, those were horror. Those were like scary stories.
Yeah, I'm gonna say like I was just have you seen it? That's another good horror collection to watch, especially during the time of year that we're at. Or it's like that was something that, especially I just rewatched the first one because when it hit October, I usually try to rewatch them. With the first one, he had a voodoo doll. There wasn't really a lot of deaths in it, but it had that very creepy feel.
Right.
Where I don't feel creepy watching this.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like they haven't. The only like dramatic music is during the fight scenes. Like there hasn't been like that grab your face, close up shot of like big eyes and scared like someone like there hasn't been like terror in it. That's why I said it's hard for me to call it like horror right now. It's just supernatural. It's just
did nobody get attacked on Titan yet? Like did nobody get?
I mean, well, that started off just wild.
I mean, but that's what I'm saying. Like to me, like horror has to come in literally smacking you in the face.
Right.
But I'm trying to think like a Parasite. I don't remember that one slapping me in the face immediately.
Parasite, I was from the first episode of Parasite though, wasn't he talking to his hand the whole first episode?
That's true. That's just weird.
But I mean, that's why I don't consider Parasite a horror. I didn't watch all of it.
I didn't watch all of it. That's something I do wanna eventually revisit. I didn't watch all of that either.
I still consider that though like supernatural or something because it was like more like I felt like Parasite from what I do remember watching of it. A lot of other niggas had a Parasite too. And dude was like fighting people with their parasite, so it really became like a viral Pokemon.
But I know that's something that's another listed as a horror anime. So I guess what are some of your hit horror animes? I guess.
Mine is Vampire Hunter D.
Okay, that's fair. That does slap you in the face. Okay, I can see that. Okay.
I'm trying to think. What's the other one? Elfin Lie smacks you in the face in the beginning, but I don't know
how to call that horror though.
But that's what I'm saying. That's in between of like horror and supernatural. I feel like it's still more supernatural than horror. You know what I'm saying? It's another one that I fucking love. Black Butler. I consider Black Butler to be more of a murder mystery horror in a sense, because it's really like Sherlock Holmes with like they're literally fighting demons. You know what I'm saying? So it's like usually like what they're solving a case or something too. So horror is hard because I mean horror to me would really fall into like the Junji Ito, like where it's scary stories. But it's like because I think most when they get to an anime that has horror elements in it, they're still gonna have like some kind of slapstick joy or something like comedy, something in it. Right. Like it's hard to really have like Attack on Titan. People can say it's hard, or you can say it's just really suspenseful or a thriller in a sense, really, in a sense, because it's really more tense than it's just like you literally just running from like the Titans all day long.
Right.
It's really just a tense show. Like everybody, no one's laughing really. If a moment does happen to laugh, then they crash that shit with a Titan.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's really like I feel like that's like Attack on Titan like more tense, like more suspense.
Yeah,
actual
I
horror.
can see that.
Like it's really hard to find because even I can like when I use Crunchyroll or whatever, and I just put in horror.
It's tough. I do the same
like,
thing.
You can't really find horror.
So
The Gray Man was one that I really enjoyed. I'm trying to really it wasn't. It's not the. I think it's called Great Man. It's not
I know what you're talking about.
It's not The Great Man. I think it's called Great Man. Then there was another one. A lot of these I couldn't give you the full synopsis of the story, but I remember these names or even I remember. But Monster. All these I actually watched on Hulu. Like I had a moment in time for like a year.
Or you were just watching Hulu.
Whatever recommended, recommended. That's how I got to Darker Be Black, Black Butler, all the seasons of Black Butler, Monster, Gray Man, Vampire Hunter D. What the fuck is the other one? It's another one I can't think of too. But yeah, it is that like it's hard to really pinpoint something that's hard. Like it's hard for me to call this hard because if every episode's pretty much gonna be me getting half of her daytime and then half of her fighting.
I feel like episode 2, that's a perfect jumping point where we can sort of dive deep into each episode. So episode 1 for sure. It started off, she was already, it came in, she's praying at the shrine, she finds out she's late to school, she rushes to class. So, that first one definitely, half of that episode was very happy-go-lucky. It was very slice of life-ish.
Yeah. Right.
Up until, she gets home after school, because, it goes through her whole day at school, she goes to the cafe, gets her breakfast, goes to school, and then when she gets home, that's where it's time. It's time. That was, yeah. And it's, okay, now you gotta go kill this demon. That demon was wild. It didn't have hands for a while.
Yeah. But that's what I'm saying.
Oh, what? Van was sliding.
I think that's what it is, though. Like, I think you need to. I think that's what we keep, like, we're, like, the suspense thing that you're trying to say, like, you're trying to find, like, what's gonna happen.
Yeah.
It's because if that's the routine of her going to school and then fighting demons at night, there's not really nothing to it. Like the daytime got to get disrupted.
Right.
Right. You know what I'm saying? Like
the routine in general.
The happy-go-lucky part got to be like someone has to really like cry and like something got to be trouble. Like whether it be when she gets home from school.
Class the next day
somebody's missing. Like whether somebody comes from the class or when she gets like I said, like that's what we saw. Like episode 2. When she got home, it's like, all right, it's gonna kick off now. Because Dad ain't here. You know what I'm saying?
Episode 2 started off because we started off in episode 2 because episode 1 was very straightforward. It was school, fight, in. Episode 2, we came in and she was already fighting.
Yeah. So I mean,
And it was a quick fight scene. I'm hoping that they'll get longer.
Yeah, I mean that's what I'm saying. Like I'm with us only having 12 episodes. I don't know how you're going to really.
I really wish we didn't know that there were only 12 and that's like, because that just.
Yeah, I don't want to keep telling you it's only 12 episodes, but because
But it's just.
I mean, it really is. But I mean, I don't want to critique by saying like, damn, it's only 12 episodes.
No, but it's tough. I mean, that's something that I wanted to do with this show was when we pick something, we gotta look at it as it is. We know that this is 12 episodes, so we gotta review it, knowing that wherever it stands is what we kind of get.
Yeah, you gotta keep
so you gotta look at it like that. And I really wish we could have found out if they knew.
Oh, there was a movie though.
There was a movie
that came out because it came out 2012 called The Last Dark.
Okay, so maybe we're wrong. Maybe this is how it goes in the movie. They could be doing something how Demon Slayer is doing. Demon Slayer, obviously, with their movie that's coming out soon, it's literally the next arc.
Like, do they actually like announce when they're actually done? Because I mean, even for like IMDb, it doesn't have an end date. It just says start 2011. It just says like.
No, I don't think they announce. I think
they probably take their time with these seasons. It's probably gonna be another season.
No,
they just take their time.
That is 9 years. What anime do you know that's took 9-year break?
They don't age, so it's not like it's gonna be.
What anime do you know that's taking a 9-year break and came back?
They're Dragon Ball.
That's what I was saying.
They're Dragon Ball.
How long was S before it came out?
They're Dragon Ball.
That is true, damn.
They're Dragon Ball.
As I was saying, it popped in, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna hope they don't.
I had to think about it. Wait, the Dragon Ball ended like early 2000s and then came back in like 17.
I definitely, I was midway through the sentence, and I was like, maybe they'll forget. Like, maybe they'll forget. That'd definitely been something out of an initial comment. This nigga's like, he clearly knows Dragon Ball.
Like, Dragon Ball Z, for get plenty of them comments. Like, DBZ.
Right. Easy.
Yeah.
But, I mean,
So there's still hope that we can get more seasons, because they anime take their time when it comes to making seasons.
and it could be whatever the reason was that it got stopped.
Right.
You know, it could have been, I know, like, that's, like, how a lot of anime, when they start doing their filler episodes, they get too close to the manga. So maybe they just got way too close. I mean, after 12 episodes, I hope not, but...
Let us get far up first before we start getting
I mean, there's They actually, I mean, it really was an anime. I'm reading up on it.
No, please.
So, I mean, it really was an anime first.
And then they made a manga.
And then they made a manga. They made 2 mangas and a 2011 novelization and a 2015 stage play.
Oh, shit.
So they got the stage play.
But there's also 3 live action movies to it.
3 live action movies? So, okay. So, actually, that helps then. Because that means we can watch this between now and we finish this.
You gotta find
I want to find those movies.
Especially live action films.
Yeah,
I want to find those. Because I doubt they're on that.
They wrote them all. It seemed like everything came out the same day though. Like at the same time, like all the mangas.
They threw the whole thing out on the same day. Like, hey, here go all y'all can have all the
You
mangas.
loving this?
Right, because they had one manga called. It was just the Blood Sea manga.
The Blood Sea Collection. That's what it's
Blood
called.
Sea Demonic Moonlight. Then there was another one that was a novel, actual novel, but all that was in 2011, 2012.
They was dropping that shit like
And then
Gucci Man
the
mixtapes.
anime film came out in 2012, The Blood Sea Last Dark, and then the stage play was 2015 called The Last Mine, and then
I wonder
the live action film. Also, the Blood Club Dolls. I just saw that. I didn't see it, but someone that just came out in 2018. Like they're actually so Blood Club Dolls 2 just dropped in 2020, July 11th.
So we only can find 2 of them. The third one ain't out yet.
No. So all 3 is a Surrey girl called Blood. It's a Surrey girl Blood. I feel like that's on Netflix.
We're gonna have to look that up. So
Wait, what is
A Surrey girl Blood Sea, another story. That's a live action film. That came out in 2017. Then there's Blood Club Dolls 1 that came out in October 2018. Then there's Blood Club Dolls 2 that just came out in July.
okay, I want to definitely. I think after watching the anime, because obviously we're gonna have to figure out, between now and then, what would be next. Obviously, I would love to get recommendations from the people who are watching this, but I think I want to see those too.
Yeah, I mean, depending, because I've already been like magic, I guess you would say, like trailer, like little snippets of what I know Blood Sea got. Right. I'm just bad that we ain't there yet.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
But seeing what I saw from the little clips or whatever, like I pretty much want to watch the whole series. Like I want to watch live, because the live action, even if it's a live action, they made 3 movies, and if it's a live action movie of just a girl fight demons, I'm here for it.
Yeah, I definitely want to see it. And I mean, to your point, we were saying that it's too happy-go-lucky. I wanted to address that because I was sort of thinking on that, and I realized that one of my favorite horror movies, and I think both of y'all don't like it. I know for a fact you don't like it. You had a whole status that you didn't like it. It was so bright.
Oh, Midsummer? God damn, that weird ass movie, bro. Hey,
so
okay.
I think that's why. But so hold on before that. I think that's why I'm not so turned off by the happiness.
No, I'm not turned off by it. I'm here for it. But I'm here for it because I know when.
But that twist is gonna happen where all that shit gets shut the fuck down.
That's why I said I want to be in the school. I don't want to be really at home.
I think it's gonna be.
Right, between her walking, her going to school. Yeah,
it's gotta be during the day, and those are some of my favorite. Those are really some of my favorite horror because it's like it's so bright and so happy, and then it's. Let's put this all around.
Like in every episode after that, just be like nighttime all day long. Like where's the daytime? After the world crashed, after the world nighttime outside, man. So.
But no, it's crazy that you said that because that makes sense why that's probably not off-putting. Why her being so happy and and was like, no, this shit weak. Because Midsummer threw me for a fucking loop.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, no matter, it can be the most vivid, brightest, hottest day.
It was wild until I watched that. I didn't think that was something I really loved in horror. Right. I had never really seen that like that.
Yeah.
Until I watched it. I'm like, this movie is bright.
Yeah.
And like, I knew it was a horror movie, but I'm like, this is bright.
That's what the game thing is real sound of music vibe.
Yes.
she got a flower thing going and white dresses and dancing. So I was like, what's
that? Was something, and I'm hoping I can get an aspect like that with this, because that makes some of, in my opinion, that makes some of the most fun horror, because it's like you're going each time. This is gonna throw you for a loop. Even though I've seen it now, if I see it here again, it's still gonna know what the fuck just happened.
Yeah, I mean,
Or even better is that you're expecting something to happen between her walking from home to school, but what happens probably surpasses what the fuck you thought of would happen. It's like, oh, that's even crazier than what I thought.
I mean, that's not like I want to still be surprised on what it is.
Right.
I know the triggering moment because I mean this is 2011. Like I was like even thinking about like I just watched like what Joker's game or King's game. You know what I'm saying?
That's a good.
And watching like how the high school reacted to that whole Texas game or whatever. Like to me, Joker's game was hard.
I didn't watch Joker's game.
Not Joker's game, King's game. King's game.
Have you seen Darwin's game? That's another good one.
I've seen Darwin's game.
That's another
King's
good one.
game is to me, because I said it just reminds me of the Truth or Dare movies we watch now, and like what Simon said, like they got those scary movies that go so, or I think there's actually like a Tex horror live action movie, Japanese movie, whatever. So I consider that horror, and because just how the movie went, it was really more of a psychological. It was really a psychological horror.
Right.
You know? So that can fall into horror. This, that's what I'm saying. Like, but yeah, like this.
I'm shocked that you like those from just how you were describing what you wanted to see in your horror anime. I immediately thought you were like, oh yeah, my favorite type of horrors are like the Midnight Meat Train.
Like Death Note isn't even horror, but Death Note is like one of my favorite. Like just that story and how it's based and how it's put up and all these killing and like the twist and turn. Like they're like I can't remember what I told you it was called, but it's like even the one that I told you, remember I told you the guy had the camera.
Crap, I don't remember the name of it.
Like it's an animated guy that was saying, but it's like it's really cold because it's like it's a very dark, seedy, underworld ass anime.
Yeah.
Like the shit he see with the camera, the people like seeing it for their real self. It's almost like watching everybody like be their sin. Like through his camera you can see the gluttonous person and they're like demons and monsters. Like, but his whole like fighting them is using his camera to take class. Like that's how he like shoots for them and explodes them or whatever. Like so it's really
flash go off and shit.
Yeah, that's what like. So I was saying like, but that's what I'm saying like those like these are obvious to me. Like a demon slayer, vampire hunter, these shit like that. Like where you just like this person fights him. So I'm like you kind of know that. Like but like it's like Black Butler and things like those. Darker Than Black. Like Darker Than Black was another great. I think they treated it like a thriller suspense. And it was more like a police force, and they were hunting down these people who had these kind of powers, and it really wasn't. It was more. That was more of a thriller, you know what I'm saying? But like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I said, it's hard to find a horror. So I really like something that really isn't the obvious. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like, that's like Blood Sea is definitely probably gonna be good. That's even like what's the fucking one the one that not just came out, but that everybody watched. What's his name? Fuck is it called? The guy that got the patch on his eye.
Fuck.
I can't think what it's called, but I mean that one is really much. What were they? Goblins, demons? I forgot what the fuck they was. He was like half and half. Yeah. But I mean like that would be considered.
Damn it!
Is that the one Limbo or something?
No, it's the one where
we all watched it back in the day. It just thing came out. Like,
it wasn't the one where they were demons. Wasn't it the one where because he was half and so his hair would turn white when he would be.
Yes. That was I just can't think of the name of it.
Is it Nora?
Hell no.
It is. I can't.
It's something like demon. It was like demon. It was a very obvious name. Like,
no, but I'm saying it was. Wasn't it the Rise of You? It was something the Rise of You. Wasn't it? Then we're talking
about two different stories, man.
That just happened to have the same.
But it's like the guy name was Kaneko. The main character was like Ken, he was like KK, like Ken Kaneko or something like that. I can't think of his name. That one you could say was hard because I mean even like I think he had to have been a demon or Kaneki. Ken Kaneki. What show is this?
Oh, Tokyo Ghoul.
Oh, duh!
I wanted to say demon something. I'm like, I know it's a monster in the name.
Yeah, duh. I completely blinked on Tokyo. Cause I thought Tokyo Ghoul. Oh yeah, of course. I completely blinked on that show in general. We were not talking about the same show.
Yeah, you definitely wasn't there. Yeah, but I mean like Tokyo Ghoul to me fell into that. Like it wasn't like that wasn't. That's what I'm saying. Like these, like let's see. And where it's like, even when you read the footnote and you kind of know, like, all right, this girl go to school and she fights demons at night, then you already know at some point in the story, travesty is going to happen.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And she's going to fight it out. But the shows, like I said, like King's Game, where it's just like, you know, what the fuck is going on here? And it's like,
yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Like, wow. I
enjoyed those more. Like, great, like, actually, let's say, like, not, D Gray Man was another show, with another kind of anime. But Gray Man was a very, very, and I need to find it because I cannot find it on Hulu anymore. But and even Monster was another one too. Monster was it was almost like a Frankenstein.
D Gray Man might be on Crunchyroll.
But no, the D Gray Man is another. It's called Gray Man.
Oh, it's just Gray Man. I think that's like D Gray Man.
Yeah, D Gray Man is like it's like another thing, a dude that fights monsters.
Oh, okay.
But a Gray Man was like almost like an actual Gray Man. If I could find it, Gray Man and Monster would probably be two I would consider actual horror movies. Because I think if I can remember, Gray Man was about literally like a monster roaming the streets like they were trying to find him.
I'll have to look that up.
And he was literally killing motherfuckers, and like you had to try to find this monster. Like,
oh shit.
I'll definitely have to look that up too. And I think what I wanted to really do with this show was we watched something, we talked about it, but it created that bigger conversation. You know, like with this, we went into more what is horror.
Right.
Like,
right, yeah.
And
yeah.
I think that's something different, like that I wanted the audience to be able to see something different that we don't get the chance to do on every Geekset episode. And this is deep diving into this series and what it overall means.
Yeah.
So before we get to our official wrap up predictions moving forward, we all agree that there's going to be an inciting incident that's going to sort of flip everything on its head.
Yeah.
What do you think it's going to be? I'll go with you, Mike.
The biggest thing, I feel like I agree with Bacardi. I feel like her dad's gonna die, and then I feel like either the scrawny dude with the glasses or the dark-haired dude, they're either gonna be demon slayers or they're gonna be demons, actual demons.
Okay.
I don't got no crazy prediction, but I feel like those two, one of those are gonna be demons or demon slayers, and I think some drastic will happen, like her father dying or somebody close to her dying, maybe like the twins or something.
Okay. What about you, Bacardi?
I mean, I feel I don't want her friends to die, but I feel like somebody's gonna come up missing out of the scenario. I think it's gonna be a day. I think at least now we're 2 episodes in. By the 3rd episode, we need to at least find out why she's doing this.
So the 3rd episode, it did say at the end of the preview that the family secret is unveiled.
Yeah, family secret. So now I will be mad if we just get that in the episode. But I do hope that if the family reveal comes in, that maybe because of how the universe works, that when she finds out whatever she needs to know, then travesty actually hits. And I mean, at that point, I either feel like the father is going to get killed because he finally gave her all the news and what she needs to know, and it's in your hands now. Or, like I said, it's going to be something that happens. For one, the dog is important, or the fox, or whatever. So I feel like the fox is going to be, we're going to discover about the fox this episode too. I feel like, because what she hasn't done is walk in that area.
Yeah.
They keep showing the dog pretty much standing outside or wherever it's in there.
Like that shrine.
Forest area. Yeah.
Yeah.
So she hasn't walked past there, and I think that's kind of what the dog is, or the fox, or whatever, is trying to get her to do is come in there. You know what I'm saying? And so I think that's gonna. If we don't get that next episode, I think we can at least get the. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if we get the missing school person, and that's where they are. It's somewhere in that shrine area. You know what I'm saying? So, but I think third episode. If I can make any good prediction, someone will actually die third episode. That's pretty much my prediction.
I'm gonna go a little outlandish on mine. I'm gonna be outlandish. Because I don't think her father dies. I think nothing happens to him.
Okay.
So I think that's a little too on the nose.
Okay.
I don't think anything happens.
If he don't die, he will die at the end.
I don't think
the cliffhanger going.
I don't think it's something I don't think he dies during these episodes. I think it was something that happened later in the manga that they just couldn't get to. They just couldn't get to it. So I'm not saying he doesn't.
They probably hinted at it.
Yeah.
But okay.
So I don't think her father dies. I don't think anything major happens to her friends. I think the shopkeeper goes missing. That's the person, like you said, that's the person who goes missing. And I'm going out on a complete limb. Her teacher seems too unbothered. Her teacher has something to do with the story.
Oh, the lady, yeah. Okay. I could see
Teacher
that.
seems too unbothered about her being late, about all the weirdness of the guy coming in late. She seems too unbothered.
But I mean,
Out on the limb.
I feel like it also may play on the fact that it's like, ain't nobody here.
Right.
That could be true. That could be very true.
But I remember seeing that being like these organizers.
I wanted to go out on a limb to just see. I want to see something that nobody ever expected.
I mean, I can see the teacher. I can see.
Oh, last one. I also think she's a demon.
The teacher.
No, I think Saya. Yeah.
Actually, you think she's part demon?
I think she's part demon.
Makes sense. Her eyes change.
That's what I'm saying. The eye change, and it becomes like not only does it turn red, but it gets that slit.
Yeah, it gets.
Which is what I'm saying. That's why I feel like the father's worthless. He's got
That's what I'm
got the way.
Right.
I think nothing happened. He's just there.
Yeah.
I don't think he's there. I think he's not. I don't think he's gonna like.
What if he's the thing that helps humanize her? That helps where so the demon don't manifest, where it don't try to like take over the human host.
Well, I mean, I think he has
the
to
dad keeps her grounded as a
parent
human.
in it.
Yeah.
Which we probably go, you know what I'm saying? But I feel like the whole what we're gonna probably get out of the episode is like the bloodline is women.
Yeah.
And there's always just a man there to kind of, because I mean she's a shrine maiden. So, you know what I'm saying? So being a shrine maiden means that that's kind of like you can't be like there's no men shrine maiden, so it kind of gets passed down anyway. But wherever there pretty much are, maybe like the shrine maidens are like the actual rulers of, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or they're in the guys are kind of there to kind of make sure they guide, because it's like I said, we don't know how far along it was that her mother died. We'll get that too.
Right.
See, like, because that's what I would really like, just at that tidbit of a backstory. Like, what was her mother doing? Did she get trained by her mother? Did she get, you know what I'm saying? Like, where does she know how to fight from, at least? You know what I'm saying? Because the way that I said, it did flow in when we first started watching the show. It was like, she already is in it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's no.
There was no. Okay, I need to learn how to do this. Like she knew the sword. She knew basically what to do. Like she had her struggles with her fighting, but it was for all intents and purposes she was ready.
Right.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
I mean, yeah. I still think I'm very interested in where it goes from here. I think it's a little too early to do some type of rating. But I say
at the halfway point.
Yeah, I think at the halfway point, you know, once we finish episodes 3 and 4, you know, or actually 5 and 6. What am I talking about? I'm thinking it's 8. Once we finish like episodes 5 and 6, I think I want to do sort of like our mid-season checkup essentially. How do we feel here? And then, you know, where do we think it's gonna go? And then from there we can.
Yeah, because I mean, 6 episodes would be pretty much a halfway point anyway. That makes sense.
So, I mean, I think this is a very successful first
episode. Very good. Yeah, very good.
Like I said, it expanded upon what I wanted to do with this. And I think it went in a very good direction where we talked about something. I really wanted to dive deep into something and sort of explore that topic around it. So, with this one, especially for October, horror. I just want to really talk horror.
Yeah.
So, thank you for watching Geekset Rewind. I'm your host, Didge. We got Big Mike, got Bacardi. You can find us, you can find obviously us, me at DidgeD on Instagram, Twitter. You can find Bacardi at Bacardi and Cola on Instagram. Is it the same on Twitter?
Is it the same on Twitter?
That I do not know.
Just catch me on Instagram.
Just find Geekset Podcast. You'll see us. You'll see us. Find NWO Podcast on Instagram and NWO Podcast have it backwards?
NWO _podcast on Twitter, and then the Facebook page is in the group. I am Mikey Nardo on Twitter. Mikey Nardo DiCaprio on Instagram. Follow the Facebook page. Nora baby.
So yeah, go to geeksetpodcast.com, and again, this has been Geekset Rewind, first episode. Thank you guys for watching.
Peace.